Alrighty, so today the new Memorial Battle, or not Memorial Battle, the new Blue Zone has come out, and that is going to be the Supreme Magnificent Battle against the Z movie like heroes, right? In this one, I'm not really sure how this is going to go so far. We haven't seen anything yet. Like this literally came out 20 minutes ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into these fights, and we're just gonna see how they go. This is the first fight. I don't even know who we're fighting. I guess we'll find out, and you guys will see it in the thumbnail. But this looks like it's some sort of Dragon Ball movie, huh? Okay, we are up against Kid Goku. So again, I have no clue what I am doing in this fight. We are just going to freestyle. Whatever happens, happens. This could be super easy. It could be super hard. I really do not know. So for this run in specific, we're going to be using the movie bosses team. I think it would just be kind of more fun because, like, you know, if like push comes to shove, I'll bring out the superheroes team. But just for the sake of using the new LR that we pulled, let's go ahead and take a look at Broly. So again, this is going to be the first fight here. I always forget the Dragon Ball movies. I think this one has something to do with blood rubies, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look. Again, I'm, you know, like fake fan, whatever you want to call it. I am not good with the Dragon Ball movies in specific. So while I'm running through this one, I want to make sure that we have a good understanding, like, between you and me. Like, I know what I'm talking about. You know what you're talking about. The original run, the Curse of the Blood Rubies, right? It's either this one or Sleeping Princess in the Devil's Castle. So in the background, there is a castle back there, so I'm just going to assume this is Sleeping Princess in the Devil's Castle. I guess I could pull this one up on the wiki as I'm doing this one here. But that's pretty cool. I think when you guys like look at the event logo, I'm sure you were not expecting the Sleeping Princess in the Devil's Castle. So I guess that is a pretty cool little addition that they did here. But, you know, with that being said, we need to get through this. So here we go. Yeah, this guy's tanky, that is for sure. But what we are going to have for our setup here is we're going to have, you know, Broly kind of do his thing, right? The thing with these ones in specific, when I'm kind of playing these stages, or just like in a typical celebration, the way that they like to do these fights is usually, like part one, it's not usually the toughest ones, and then part two, like the difficulty is a little bit ramped up, and then they like to bring the big boy out for part three, right? Like that's usually when you get like the new hardest fight in the game, and it just depends on how they power creep these fights of the worldwide celebration. It could be either one, right? This could be the new hardest fight in the game. I don't think it's going to be this one in specific, just kind of based off the vibe that I'm getting so far, but I am pulling up the stats on Dokkan info right now. I don't know if they're live yet. Yeah, this guy doesn't do anything. Oh, actually, yes, he does. So, with each turn that passes, he is going to be raising his attack by 15% with each turn. So one thing that's going to be really valuable against this guy, and keep in mind, this is up to 1,000%. So, like, that's interesting. 1,000%. Like, if it's only 150, like, how scared can I really be, right? But if it were to be, like, it's only 15%. So, like, right here, technically, he's up to attack up by 45%, which is not, like, you know, the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, what do I want to do right here? I think I'm going to grab these, and then we'll be able to grab the STR Orbs of Frieza. We'll get his orbs. He'll be fine. I don't foresee Broly having any issues right here, and then the Broly trio giving him Ki. We should be good here. This super hits for 1.4, and then he had 3 attack raises. Yeah, that's going to do double digits just with the way that Broly is formatted. One thing to keep in mind, this is only going to be a one-phase fight. So if Broly just puts in work here and takes him out like super quick, this one's going to be pretty easy. And then for stage 2, there are no category missions, and it's going to be the same thing with stage 1, so we can use whatever team that we want. So not really going to matter, but what is going to matter is when we get to the third fight, which I actually am probably just going to do in this video. I don't think these fights in specific are going to require 3 separate videos. Let me look at stage. We'll wait till we get to stage 2. I don't like spoiling the fights. It's kind of more fun just to do them one by one, right? So the next fight is going to be against Goku and Piccolo, because I'm looking at the page right now. Like, I will say that, but that's all I really know so far. So now, because we haven't been debuffing Goku that much, he is now in the attack up state from doing the 4th turn. So now his attack is raised to, he's increased his attack 60%, but we've also debuffed him with the Broly trio. So keep that in mind. but we have guard right here. So this is like a fight where you kind of just want to take him out as soon as possible with this specific, like the setup doesn't really matter, but when you get in there and take him out, it's not going to be too bad. So 9 million, he has no way to like raise his defense or anything like that. So it's, you can't lower his defense, but you can just take it out really easy. So here we go. Broly doing his thing, 7 million, not the craziest attack stat ever, but we'll go ahead and let this Broly do his thing, and we just kind of got to muscle this one out, right? Like, we'll just keep going, and then before you know it, we'll be done. This would be a mono-tech situation for sure. Like, this is a stage where, like, the tech Broly EZA, assuming it does come, is going to be pretty effective in here, because we're going to be able to do a lot of damage with that, and it's going to just be good overall, right? So keep that in mind. So 4.7 right there, cool. Nothing too crazy. I think for the next fight, what I'll do, you know, I said I like to go in blind, but I think I'll just kind of start looking at this other phase, right? So the next one is also a one-phase fight, and he can double super. Okay, so got it. I think what I'll do then, because it's not category restricted, or not, it's not, yeah, we're not category restricted. What we'll want to do is just go like mono STR and get as many STR units on the team as we can, and just kind of go to town with that, right? Run like superhero, double beast, run like Evo Ken and stuff like that, because they can have their attack lowered, so I think that's probably smart. And it would just save us some time, right? Like, we'll be here all night messing around with this. So this extra 3 key is going to help. And then for stage 3, we actually do have to use a specific team. So I won't spoil that for now, but we will talk about it later. Again, key is becoming a little bit of an issue with this team. I think if we grab these, that will give us the extra key that we need. Perfect. So now Broly is going to be in a good situation right here. Still at the nice like 700,000 HP threshold, and now we're hitting for 24 million. So Kid Goku here should be all she wrote for Kid Goku here on this turn. Yeah, with 20 million and then that additional super right there. There we have it. So stage 1 is done, and now we can move on to stage 2. And with stage 2, it should be, like I said, it's going to be a fight versus Goku and Piccolo. So shouldn't be too bad. And then what like I said, what we want to do is kind of set up like an STR sort of setup so we can just take advantage of keeping the type advantage at all times, right? Because this team is good, but it will be like a little bit slower. And I think for the sake of doing movie boss or getting this one done, so there you guys can see there's the first mission, there's 4 missions, and there's only a category mission for stage 3. So this is going to be, like I said, versus Goku and Piccolo. And what we want to kind of do is filter it to superhero. And just kind of go to town, right? Like, the superhero team is boring, but just because this fight doesn't have anything, like, special tied to it, I just want to get through it. So we'll do something like this. We'll do something like that because of crits. And then we also want to, we'll bring, let's bring Gogeta, because if he can go blue, that will be very helpful. And then we'll also bring Future Gohan because we got a dupe in him recently. So now that is going to allow us to use Beast Gohan here, and that should make life very easy for us. Call me crazy. Beast Gohan is going to be good. So, like I said, this character in specific can raise their attack twice in the turn with their super attack because they can double super, and the cooldown on it is 2. So I think we're going to be seeing this Dragon Tiger Lightning Dance a decent bit. So do keep that in mind as we are going through this. Now, we're going to want rainbow orbs for our boy Evo Ken. There's going to be 4 right there. That is perfect. We're going to be able to do a ton of supers with that, hopefully, or at least a decent bit of attacks. We'll be able to get the debuffs in. But like I said, this super right here is not going to do too much to Beast Gohan, and we should be good to go. So I felt the sneeze coming on there. There we go. I had a big sneeze. 8.9 million right there. Again, this is going to be sort of like the Beast Gohan show a little bit for this case, because I think it would just be easier to get through this. Because really what I want to do, I don't want to do separate videos for these fights because they're not going to be like... the characters on like for these are not like the most hyped things ever, so I'm not gonna, you know, do like a 10-minute video for a Kid Goku fight, right? We'll just get through it and we'll move on to the next one. So that's gonna be the plan here moving forward. Now, again, we're not worried about this right here. Beast Gohan will be fine. The super's hitting for 1.4 million, but they are raising their attack by 30%. But what we're going to do to counter that is use Evo Ken, who is potentially going to do multiple attack lowerings on their super attack effect, right? So that is something that we do have to keep in mind. There's 1. There's 2, and so every single one of these that lands is going to be, you know, an attack debuff for us as well. So if they want a super Evo Ken, we have our rainbow orbs, we have our supers, we have our damage reduction, we are good, right? So on this one, I believe this should wear off the attack up effect. They should go back to normal. unless their attack is raised more. So it's still raised, but again, we did 3 supers, so we did proc that 3 times, and we'll be fine, right? And especially with Evolution Blue Vegeta, you know, we have the guard, and then on next turn, I didn't even look who's on the turn 2 rotation, but we should have. It's a guarantee. Yeah, no, we don't have UI actually, so that is a bit annoying because I would have liked to have that guaranteed dodge, but it's not exactly like needed, right? So here we go. Evolution Blue Vegeta doing his thing. So on the next turn, we'll obviously put Beast in slot 1. We'll probably link him up with Gohan, and then we will float off Gogeta. So like a super to Gogeta could potentially be a little bit problematic. He is a bit past his prime at this point, even with the Easy A. Is he good? Yes. Is he perfect? No. So, actually, let's do this to make Beast stronger, and I trust him a little bit more than I trust Gogeta to take a super, honestly. So I want to do this. I'll grab these right here with Gogeta, and then I want to grab these with Future Gohan, so we'll get the 18 key. That'll work out just fine. And now Gohan's going to give us that extra key, and we are going to be good to go. So 10 million right there. Perfect. I don't think we can take him out on this turn. In specific, yeah, maybe, yeah, we can, for sure. What am I talking about? If we do a bunch of crits, we absolutely can win right here. If Beast wants to triple super or something like that, like, we're looking in a really good spot. Gogeta is also going to need to crit as well, but again, we're going to be able to hide Gogeta from a super, so that is very helpful. Like, yeah, so if you want a super Beast, go ahead, and the cooldown on this is actually 2, so, like, they definitely will be supering Future Gohan. Like, if I was a betting man, I'd say it's a very, very high chance that Future Gohan gets supered. So keep that in mind. You definitely just want to run mono STR in this stage, and I think you should be fine. So 3.3 million right there. It doesn't really matter. It's just getting this extra damage in. Now, hopefully we can butter up for Future Gohan, but I don't think that's going to be enough. So we're going to have to wait till next turn, and I guess maybe we'll just put, like, UI in slot 1 and let him finish up the job here for us. So pretty good. Not too much of a struggle at all. Again, it's tough to make Blue Zone fights, but they have done a pretty decent job this year with, like, making difficult fights, right? Like, I can't think of, like, too many that are just, like, really bad. So there we go. Nice. That's that dodge build coming in, and there's that dodge build again. There we go. There's that dodge build again. Let me show you something really quickly. Future Gohan, he has 16 dodge, and you guys just saw 16 dodge go to town. We'll just go with Beast. It's the safer play here. It's not the safer play. It's just the quicker play. I think that Beast Gohan will just kill this Goku and Piccolo faster. UI Goku is objectively the safer play because you would take literally 0 damage, but Beast Gohan is taking the mathematical equivalent in Dokkan of 0 damage, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, 39 damage is nothing, and we're going to hit for 13 million. This is probably going to crit, and we are good to go. So that is going to be stage 2 right there. Goku and Piccolo are donezo. So now we are moving on to stage 3. In specific, what we have to do for this fight is use an Exploding Rage team to clear all of the missions. So this is going to be versus 3 great Super Saiyans, and Goku in the last phase is hitting for 1.6 million. And I'm not saying that like it's impressive. I'm saying that from like, that's not that much. He is int though. So the way that they're trying to set this up, I think, is definitely like, oh yeah, you want to run the physical trio, right? Like, who would have thought? Who would have thunk? Okay, so Exploding Rage. If I have a little bit of Dokkan memory, it is this category right here. So now we kind of want to set this up properly. So for Exploding Rage, I think what I want to do is run Beerus as the leader just to ensure that we can do it, and then we want to hide him because we have access to Beast Gohan, we have access to Broly, we have access to Full Power Broly, we have access to... who else? Who else do we have access to that we can make this work? I think God Goku is a good play. I like Pat the Power Kid Goku for his damage reduction support. I think this team will be fine. That is not a great lead. We don't have a Future Saga ally. Is there any Beerus leads here that are like real? Beerus is extreme, isn't he? Shoot. Okay, we got to go back to the drawing board a little bit because we don't have a friend support that we can do with this, right? I don't know, boys. That's, so I guess what we do is we go pure Saiyans. I think that's what we do. We run you as the lead, and then we'll pure / hybrid Saiyans, right? We run you, and then I guess Every single phase except for the first one can be attack lowered. So I think the safe play I just ate is going to be, I guess we can run this Gohan. Yeah, let's go with this. I think the Rainbow Orbs will help out God Goku a decent bit. Let me actually put the phone on Do Not Disturb real quick so that doesn't happen again. All right, so now we'll just for the sake of it, we'll go for the no item run. I know you guys don't really care about that, but it's a pride thing. So here we go. This fight right here, a 1 million super, like Gohan would be in trouble, but with the debuffs and the way that we can hide him, I think we'll be fine. So 4 orbs, 5 orbs, not a good start for God Goku. We're going to go with this. I would like to get 6 orbs, but clearly that is not going to be possible with this setup. And then we're going to get 9 orbs right there. So we're also going to get the damage reduction support from Pat the Power Kid Goku. And then our boy God Goku, he did what he was supposed to do right there. That is a perfect start. 4.4 million, huh? Not the highest attack stat I've ever seen, but that is okay. Again, all these characters are on Exploding Rage. So if we do get the no item run right here, that is going to be all of the missions in this video, right? Now, Broly is going to do his thing, so what we're really going to want to work through is Beast Gohan on one rotation and then Broly on the other. I need to see who's in slot 7, because that's going to be important for our rotation setup. Who is in slot 7? Beast Gohan is in slot 7. So next turn, Broly is going to be our slot 1 ace, and then I guess what we'll do is we'll float off this Broly for the next time we see him, so that way we can actually link him up with the other Broly. I think that would be the way to go, but I'm not too sure yet. So here we go. Broly doing his thing. Yeah, if this Goku wants to super, that is fine. This is 1 million damage, and it's going to be raising his attack by 1 turn and causing supreme damage. So he's raising his attack by 30% with that. 18,000, that is nothing. I think even Kid Goku can take this with the damage reduction and stuff like that. This Kid Goku is up to 79% now, so that is good. And we just really need to get out of this phase, because this is the phase where this kid, or what's it called, where this Goku is like the least susceptible to debuffs. So keep that in mind. And one thing that's going to come in major right here for us is we are going to be able to hide Gohan, and that is perfect for us because we're also going to be able to get our orbs with God Goku. And now we are in a very good spot because Broly is not taking damage right here, and we are really going to be able to get cooking here in a moment. So that is a very good start for us because now we have our Broly rotation, or we have a Beast Gohan rotation that's about to be set up, and then we also are going to have one set up for Broly. I think Kid Gohan in the second slot there, or Teen Gohan, whatever you want to call him, right, is going to work out fine in this spot, solely because we have, because we have a protector in slot 1, right? And he's also going to be giving us Super Saiyan links that are going to work with Broly when we transform him on the next turn. So this Goku is a bit beefy, but this is also not the hardest hitting team in the world. But I think this is going to work out pretty well for us because this is a more, I mean, obviously it has Broly on the team and Beast Gohan, but this isn't like the most inaccessible team of all time that has like, you know, it's literally like top of the line, right? Like there's a lot of characters on this team that are like, you know, not, it's like, you know, God Goku is pretty old at this point. AGL Gohan is obviously pretty old at this point. Pat the Power Kid Goku has been out for a couple of years now almost. So keep that in mind. I think that this team is not like a, you know, a top end like whale team that only like, you know, a small percentage of the player base has. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. So this is for Beast Gohan, not like the best setup in the world, but it should be enough because he is Beast Gohan and it will work out just fine. So 6.4 million right there. Nice. What we're really looking for is to have... It's like we're just trying to worry about AGL Kid Gohan here. He is probably the weakest link on this team. It's between him and Pat the Power Kid Goku. God Goku is a bit orb restricted, obviously. You guys know that at this point, but we should be fine, right? I'm not too concerned about this character. As long as they are getting their orbs and they are dodging, that is all we need, boys. Okay, so one thing, I'm looking at the stats of the fight right now. One thing we need to keep in mind is Super Saiyan Goku will be nullifying damage. So it reduces damage below a certain amount to 0. As of when I'm recording this video, I do not know, but by the time it goes up, you guys might know. So please keep that in mind. This is literally, like I said, 30 minutes after I record, or 39 minutes after the event dropped. So we were just going right in, getting them all done, and we should be good to go. So 1.6 million there. God Goku dodging. Perfect. Now Broly's going to have some more time to stack. And the next time, the next time we see the Broly and Gohan rotation, we're going to be able to put this Broly on because we're floating him off. So that means the turn after this next one is going to be the time that we are able to get the Brolys up. So like, you know, 3 turns from now. So boom, here we go. What do you got for me, partner? 2.6. Yeah, so this team is not like a damage dealing behemoth, if you will, right? You could probably set this up with movie bosses, but I don't know. This was kind of just what I went for. A pure and hybrid Saiyan setup. So if it's not the best setup in the world, oh well, it happens, right? Not too worried about it. So 2.9 million there, not bad. 83 damage, yep. Yeah, just do your thing. Hopefully this next turn here. So now we are going to be transforming with Broly, and yet again, this run is just proving to be very Mickey Mouse because we've been able to keep Broly, or we've been able to keep Gohan protected this whole time, and he literally has not taken any damage yet. So my God Goku habit kicked in right there. I was looking for 7 orbs or 6 orbs, but this is going to work out well. So now Broly against, I don't think in his passive, like against like a Goku, he gets like a crazy buff. Like this isn't like the event that we have. So against this Goku, 13 million right there. Yeah, this is what we needed, like some actual damage here. Because otherwise, I don't even know if we're going to win on this turn. Like that's how little these two are going to be doing for damage. But what this is going to be good for is we're going to be able to get Gohan to stack up a bit. We're still going to have his guard, and this should work out well. So like this is a decent rotation right here. But obviously when we get to Broly, it's going to be much better. So Gohan doing a double super there. I don't know if I have any crit in this guy, like literally any. Like I think I have him full additional, so keep that in mind. But yep, a triple super. This is beautiful because we want those stacks really bad. And now Kid Goku should be able to finish up right here because Gohan is not going to crit. But now Kid Goku is going to come in, clean up right here, and now we are going to be able to kind of set up the way that we want to, right? Who can we put next to Beast Gohan coming up on this one? Is it going to be double? I think this is the double God Goku rotation. Yes. So what do we want to do? It is one attack in the front, but keep in mind this character can triple super. So what I want to do is we will use the Rainbow God Goku, and then I want to use this taunt right here to protect them. So what we're going to do is, because right here, it's going to be very tough to get the orb restriction or the orb condition for both of these characters right here. So as you can see, we got 5 right there, and then we are going to get 4 right here. So again, this turn is all about Gohan, and this guy is going to super 3 times, and they have an attack raise. They raise their attack by 10% each turn up to 100%, but their super attack is just a flat 1.4 million damage, but obviously with each turn that attack stat is going to be getting higher, so please keep that in mind. But all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. Like Broly should put in work on this next phase coming up, right? Using that taunt early is definitely like unfortunate, but to me, I definitely think that's the play. So here we go. They can do this up to 3 times, so keep that in mind. There is a good chance that each turn they triple super, so that's going to help raise Beast Gohan up. So with all these hits, that's going to help Beast get to where he needs to be, and we should be able to kind of move from there, right? So what do we got? 1.9, not terrible. That is terrible. What am I talking about? I don't know why I always do that. But again, it's all these attack raises for Beast Gohan that we're really looking for here. So Broly just transformed, was it last turn, I believe? So we should be good to go. Yeah, here he goes. But yeah, this could be bad for LR Gohan. So we need to kind of protect him coming up. Like if we can find a spot where it's 1 super, we should be okay because we're going to be able to lower his attack with Gohan, and that will be helpful. And then if we can get the 24 key with our boy Broly, we will also be able to get an action break in as well. So that should be very helpful for us. So we'll check Gohan's defense, we'll do all that fun stuff, but now what I want to do is put Broly in slot 1, and then we're going to put the Super Broly in slot 2, and then Gohan is going to be floating off. So that'll be very helpful. And then the next time we come around, we're going to have Kid Goku in the back. So that's going to be good as well. So we have the active skill right here. We'll do this. And I think the play right here, honestly, is we put this guy in front of 1 attack. Their attack is only up by 10%. So with this domain active, we're going to be able to do a ton of supers, and there's no way that a super from those guys are going to be doing 200,000 or 600,000. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to grab this because I want the 24 key for the action break, and then I'm going to save these orbs for the next turn, and we're just going to grab these with Kid Gohan right here. So this should be good. Not too worried. 18 million right there is fine, but it is going to be type disadvantage, so we are definitely looking for crits. But this is sort of all like working through Broly and Beast Gohan, right? That's the whole setup here. Yeah, so Broly's cooking now. This is perfect. And then like on this next rotation, you know, Broly's going to be, or the next attack, excuse me, I think Broly's going to be hitting for like well over 20 million. So this is a good start, right? So what we want is for this super to come through, like, because we just know it's going to happen. But the super is only 1.4 million. Like, that's not too bad. We have 700,000 HP. We're going to have our defensive raises in from all these supers, and we didn't even get it. So 26 million Perfect, right? Give me that action break. And a crit, 18 million. Nice. You will be the first to die. There we go, 17 million. Nice, Broly. Keep it up, boy. There we go. 7.7. Perfect. All right, so they're going to be supering this Broly, but we are fine. No super? That's not good. All right, Gohan. I need you to lower your attack, I need you to lower some attack here, my boy. Nice, with a crit. That's huge. Double digits. Okay. I don't think this super is going to do 600,000. We've had time to stack. We did an attack lower. We have our defense. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to kill. Yep, 400,000. We're good, right? So now we have this active skill that we have yet to use with... let's just save it because we have Beast Gohan right here. I don't see any reason to use that. And let's do this just so we can heal up a little bit because we're not going to be seeing their attacks anyway on the next turn. So that is good, right? We now are safe from the Gohan kind of issue. So now on this next turn, this guy is going to be raising defense by 50% on their super, and the super is going to be hitting for 1.6. But we are now out of the type disadvantage kind of hell that we were in because we're going to have Broly coming up here. With Tech Broly, I'm not really too concerned about it because we're going to have ways to work around that, so we should be good. And then we keep in mind we also have that domain going, and that's going to be very helpful for AGL Broly. Like AGL Broly, if we set him up properly, like he gets like a really good turn, he's going to be able to cook pretty hard. So keep that in mind. Now we have, how many attacks is that in the front? Just one. We have that with God Goku. So here's what I want to do. I want to grab these with you. We want to grab... I think we can get these to fall properly. No. So God Goku is not going to have his 6 orbs, which is obviously not ideal. But we are going to be type advantage, and we just need to rely on the dodge. So there we go. Raise the defense. Now, Broly right here up against a superclass enemy with the domain active. Especially if he has like a very impressive turn here, we should be cooking, right? If this goes to 0, we might be in trouble, but it didn't. 7 million is doing damage, so this is not quite like the Goku and Frieza fight, which is obviously good. We don't want that. So here we go. What do you got for me, Broly? We need crits, though. 8.7, very nice. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. This super can only happen once, though. So this character is not going to be triple supering us like the last turn. Nice. One more. Okay, so Broly is doing his thing, but their defense is going up by 6% with each attack received. So it is very essential that we are going to be getting crits so we can pierce through that defense that he is getting with each attack. Yeah, there we go, Broly. That was a very good start for Broly. Like, a super here is not taking him out, especially with the domain going. Like, no way. Perfect. That was like, what, 4 HP bars? Damn near half of his HP just in one go there. All right, 26 million. This is going to have an action break. It's going to be helpful. Hopefully we get that additional super as well, which is going to crit for 17 million. It's going to raise his defense, but we're also getting another super for 18 million right there. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, with that one super, it's not enough to take out Broly, but I suppose it's possible. But with 11 million right that, like, oh, the Brolys are cooking right now. This is a peak turn right here. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, Broly just put on a show. Triple super, triple crit. Okay, how much is this going to do? 1.6 million, type disadvantage, Broly triple supered. We should be okay. This could sting a little bit, but I think we're all right. Yes. Look at Broly go, man. That's really impressive. When I was saying sting, I was thinking like maybe a couple 100,000, but that's very good. That's a 55% Broly. So, initial impression, just from the first kind of go at this, nothing we haven't seen before. And then right here, we're going to do this, actually. I know this seems a little bit ballsy, but just trust me on this one. Oh, never mind. That's literally like yeah, Vilify, that was literally the right play. Like, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. So, get that extra damage in. That's the finishing blow, and there we have it. So, all 3 of the new Memorial, or I keep calling it Memorial, but the new Supreme Magnificent Battle, all 3 stages, the mission's done. I guess what we'll do to kind of close this off is go accept the rewards and then go get the tickets. So there we have it. Not too bad whatsoever. 3 tries, 3 no item runs. Very impressive stuff, right? We got some Broly cookage in there. We got some God Goku doing his thing. We got some 6-year action in, and we also got like some Beast Gohan stunting on him. So there you guys can see we have, what is that in total? Like 26 tickets, 15 stones, and an additional extra SSR guaranteed ticket. Let's go ahead and go over to our tickets tab and use these right now, and then we will call it a video. So we have 4 multis right here. Keep in mind there will be more stages being added to this in the future, so don't worry about that right now. These are not SSR guaranteed, but there's a good chance that we probably get one. Not in this multi, unfortunately, though. It was just not meant to be for this one. But with that being said, we can just quickly spam through this one and move on from there. Yeah, nothing there, unfortunately. Some Jocos, though, if you need them for World Tournament, that's very helpful. When it comes to who's with these tickets, I'm not too sure. It might be on Dokkan info right now. So far, this has not been a good look. But I'm looking at the featured right now. You can get a copy of Pan here, which is helpful. And then when it comes to unfeatured LRs, we can get Tree of Might Goku. We can get Golden Frieza, Janemba. Ooh, Goku and Piccolo. I need Goku and Piccolo bad. If I can get Goku and Piccolo, this will be like a huge W, because that is actually an LR that I'm missing. So if I could pick one LR from this whole thing, it would be them. Okay, we got an SSR. So that's a good thing here. Maybe a long Kamehameha, a double screen crack, anything like that, we will take it. But if not, oh well, right? What do you got for me? Super Saiyan 3. When it comes to featured SSRs, I'll know if I can use them. Pan, I don't think I can use her, unfortunately. That's a good pull, though. She has some decent support and utility, but unfortunately, I don't think I can use that character anymore. So, SSR guaranteed to close out the video. There you guys go, a mission guide. Just going to cover this all in one video, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's kind of longer form video covering the new Blue Zone. Like I said, there will be stages added during part 2 and then eventual other parts, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one.